Just remember the meeting starts in a half hour. I said, just remember the meeting starts in a half hour. I care. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not very much. Unless you guys are really undecided on this. That's what you guys. No. No, I know this one's quick. I was kidding.
Listen, if they lose, you're not gonna be there to agonize with them right at the very beginning. You'll go like,
Georgia and TCU are playing.
they
Gotcha.
lost. Oh, we don't have it, do we have a quorum?
Brian, do you care who wins?
Sort of.
Just said that.
I'd like to call the meeting to order for the City of Mount Pleasant Commission meeting for Monday, January 9th, 2023 at 7 p.m. If you all please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The Mount Pleasant City Commission recognizes that Anishinaabe, whose ancestral lands the city stands upon today. We acknowledge the Saginaw Chippewa Indian tribe and recognize that the three bands of the Ojibwe, Saginaw, Black River, and Swan Creek comprise the tribe that have resided on this land for over 200 years. Our acknowledgement of the full history of the tribe and our commitment to be good stewards of those ancestral lands is an expression of gratitude and appreciation to those ancestors who came before. We give thanks to the generous care with which the Anishinaabe and those members of the Saginaw Chippewa Indian Tribe of Michigan have given and continue to give to this land and our community. At this time, I'll take the roll. Commissioner Asman?
Here.
Commissioner Alsager?
Here.
Commissioner Bush is absent. Commissioner Chapman is absent. Commissioner Ake?
Yes.
Commissioner Perschbacher?
Here.
Commissioner Wingard?
Here.
We have a quorum. At this time, we'll administer the oath of office to Commissioners Alsager and Wingard. Okay, if you'll raise your right hand, please. I do solemnly swear or affirm that I
do solemnly swear or affirm that I,
state your name,
Boomer Wingard,
will support the constitutions of the United States of America,
will support the constitutions of the United States of America,
the state of Michigan,
the state of Michigan,
and the charter of the city of Mount Pleasant,
and the charter of the city of Mount Pleasant,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of city commissioner
and I will faithfully discharge the duties of city commissioner
on behalf of all the citizens of the city to the best of my ability.
on behalf of all the citizens of the city to the best of my ability.
Congratulations. At this time, we'll do the election of the mayor. Are there any nominations for the mayor for the city of Mount Pleasant?
I nominate Amy Perschbacher.
Any additional nominations? Any additional nominations for mayor? All right, at this time, we'll take a vote. All those in favor of Amy Perschbacher as mayor for the city of Mount Pleasant, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Congratulations, Mayor.
Thank you. Thank you. At this time, we will take nominations for the vice mayor. Yes, Commissioner Eke?
I nominate Commissioner Mary Alsager as vice mayor.
Okay. Are there any other nominations? Do I have to say that 3 times?
Yep.
Okay, I think so. Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations? Nominations for vice mayor are closed. All those in favor of vice mayor, for Mary Alsager to be vice mayor, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nay. Congratulations, Vice Mayor Alsager.
Thank you.
All right, so we're going to continue this meeting. We set the time and day of regular meetings. Is anyone opposed to having our regular meetings on the 2nd and 4th Tuesday or Mondays of every month, except when there is a holiday on a Monday, as 7 o'clock at City Hall? Is anyone opposed? Okay. Do I need a motion for this? Okay, I will entertain a motion.
I'll move.
I'll second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor of the city commission meeting calendar, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, no. Motion carries. All right, at this time, we have a proclamation. I'm going to ask Laura Gourlay to come up and join me.
Congratulations, Mayor.
Thank you. Whereas, the peacemaking is an action, activity, event, or way of life which reduces or leads to the reduction of violence and contributes to a more cooperative and just way in which we live together. And whereas peacemaking is a lifelong process that begins with ourselves, and whereas we live in a time when violence, hatred, and crime dominate the public media, and these attitudes are pervasive in our and our children's worldview through television, movies, toys, popular music, videos, and video games. And whereas we would all prefer to live in peace in our physical and social environments in a way that honors and respects others and their differences as well as ourselves. And whereas our youth have an inherent idealism to make this a better community, country, and world in which to live. Now, therefore, I, Mayor of the City of Mount Pleasant, do hereby proclaim January 16th, 2023, Peacemaking Recognition Day in Mount Pleasant, and affirm that the peacemaking efforts of its youth are valued and appreciated, in that these efforts contribute significantly to the quality of life in Mount Pleasant. And further, the City Commission supports the nonviolent resolution of misunderstandings and conflicts whenever and however they occur, as demonstrated by the life of Martin Luther King Jr. In witness whereof, I, Amy Perschbacher, hereunto set my hand and the great seal of the City of Mount Pleasant, Michigan, this 9th day of January 2023.
My goodness, thank you. And on behalf of the Mount Pleasant Public Schools, it is such an honor that the city commissioners acknowledge the importance of peacemaking and the importance of educators in that work. And it definitely takes a community to do this good work. And it's really beautiful that you've been doing this for 34 years, I think. So what a beautiful tribute to peacemaking. And on Monday evening, January 16th, we will be having our annual Peacemaking Awards ceremony. It lasts only an hour. It's a short program, but it's a beautiful program that I particularly love because students regularly get honored for being academically skillful, which is fantastic, and athletically skillful, which is fantastic. And then to be honored for being a peacemaker, this is fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any additions or deletions to the agenda at this time? Okay, seeing no additions or deletions, I will entertain a motion to accept the agenda as presented.
I move.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Seconded.
We have a second. All those in favor say yes.
Yes.
All those opposed, no. Thank you. At this time, we have public input on agenda items. If you wish to speak on the agenda, you may step forward to the podium, state your name and your address, and you'll be given 5 minutes. If there is anyone joining us by Zoom that wishes to speak, you'll use *9 or the raised hand feature. This will bring you into the meeting. You will be asked to state your name and your address, and you'll be given 5 minutes. Is there anyone in the audience that wishes to speak at this time? Is there anyone on Zoom that wishes to speak?
There's no one on Zoom with me.
All right. Are there any emails on any agenda items?
No, there are not.
All right. Seeing no one is rushing to the podium, I am going to close the public comment. And we'll move on to the receipts of petitions and communications. Manager DeSenza.
Absolutely. Receipt of petitions and communications includes the monthly report on police-related citizen complaints received, year-end report on citizen group and complaint process, vehicle bicyclist, and vehicle pedestrian accident data for 2022.
Thank you. Are there anything on the consent items that the commissioners would like removed and placed in the regular agenda? Not seeing any. Manager DeSenza.
Consent items include the approval of the minutes from the regular meeting held December 12, 2022, and consider approval of the Isabella County Hazard Mitigation Plan.
All right. I'll entertain a motion to accept the consent items as presented.
I'll move.
Commissioner Ake moves. Any seconds?
Seconded.
Commissioner Wingard seconds. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, no. All right, this is going to be a quick meeting. We have no public hearings. We have no new business. We'll move on to announcements on city-related issues and business. This is the time where the commission brings forward information that they would like to share with the public or comments that they would like to present. Commissioner Ake.
CMU this coming week, next week rather, would be engaged in the Martin Luther King Peace Day and Peace Week activities. So there is a peace brunch at CMU. It begins around 9:30, I think. Arrivals, the door opens around 9 a.m. We hope it is a community event. It's a way of building also relationship with the university. And those of you who are aware know that the Peace March goes from campus into downtown. And so we encourage people to participate. January is Human Trafficking Awareness Month. Human trafficking is a global crime. It is also a human rights violation. It affects every community. You might say it's not happening in your community, but no community is spared. And so we are all affected. Please, it's important for us to be aware of the impact of human trafficking on our lives and on the lives of those people who have been affected. January the 11th is the National Day for human trafficking awareness. There is a lot of campaign happening. There is a lot of information on the website. And so I encourage community members to visit the Michigan Human Trafficking Task Force's website. If you don't have anywhere else to go, go to the Michigan Human Trafficking Task Force and look at their website. That would link you to other websites. You can also do a Google search on human trafficking. We do have a human trafficking coalition in town, and it is based at RISE. So if you require or you seek additional information, please feel free to go to the Michigan Human Trafficking Task Force's website, or just simply do some search, or you can talk to me. Or also, you might contact Director Loria. I am volunteering you, but public safety is absolutely necessary and important in dealing with human trafficking. So we often forget the other things that public safety, the law enforcement people do when we're engaged in all our political diatribes. But in this case, we need public safety, law enforcement, all law enforcement branches to work with us to combat human trafficking. So if you can't find me, talk to Director Loria. Thank you.
Are there any other announcements? Clerk Bauk.
The clerk's office right now is accepting nominating petitions for the city commission seat that's available due to the resignation from Olivia Simon. The term runs from May 23rd, 2023 until December 31st of this year, and the deadline to file is at 4 p.m. on Tuesday, January 17th.
Any other announcements? All right. Thank you. Well, again, open public comment on agenda and non-agenda items. If there's anyone in the public that wishes to come forward to speak on something, they will be asked to state their name and address and given 5 minutes. If you're joining us by Zoom, you can use the raised hand feature or *9 if you're joining Zoom by phone. You'll be moved into the meeting and asked to state your name and address and be given 5 minutes. Is there anyone on Zoom?
No, there is not.
Are there any emails on non-agenda items?
No emails.
Okay. I do not believe we will have anybody from the audience come forward at this time. So no one is, seems to be rushing up here. So at this time, we will close the public comment for agenda and non-agenda items. And because this is basically the first meeting, it's the first meeting of the commission for the year of 2023. It's a short meeting. We do not have a closed session or a work session, so I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
I move.
We have a motion by Commissioner Eke. Is there a second?
Seconded.
We have a second by Commissioner Wingard. All those in favor say yes.
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 All those opposed, no. All right, the meeting is adjourned at 7:17.